welcome. Week 7. Who can believe we're in week 7 already? Like crazy. So basically the way that today is going to work out is we are going to talk about all your symbols. So I'm going to teach you all the symbols today, their meanings. When you come in for your attunement, that's when I'm going to teach you the attunements. It does not make sense for me to teach you the attunements now. I feel like doing it in person, seeing it happening while I give you attunements, that's what's going to make more sense. So the Reiki 1, Reiki 2, and Reiki Masters. So that's what I'm going to do in week 8. Today we're going to go through all the symbols. But what I love about this after the symbols is we're going to do case studies. So there is going to be no excuses for anyone to walk away and go, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, because we are going to go through, right, give me a situation. What are you feeling right now? And we are all going to be unmuted and we're going to discuss how we would walk through or do these healings. What symbols would we use? How would we open? How would we close? So I felt that was really vitally important. I did do it with my other classes, but not to the extent I feel like I now do in my classes now. So, what I think we should do is start with our grounding because we've done that. Hopefully by now you'll start getting into the habit of grounding yourself every morning. Who's felt like because we've done it every week, they find themselves grounding a lot more before they do activities?
Yeah. No.
That's okay.
That's okay. No, it's okay. Hopefully, the reason why I do these is because I really want you to start getting yourself back into grounding and setting your attentions. It takes a couple of minutes, not even. We can do it in less than two minutes. Ground yourself, set your intentions for the day, seeing how it's going to play out, close yourself down, done. Okay? So let's, you know the drill, let's get nice and comfortable. Taking a deep breath in. We're going to start grounding ourselves while this beautiful rain is falling onto my tin roof. Gently closing your eyes. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhaling. Again, breathing in and letting go. Allow your breath to begin to slow down. Bring your awareness into your body. Feeling your feet. And feel where your body is being supported. Let your shoulders drop. Release any tension in your jaw or in your face. Imagine roots extending down from your body, deep into the earth, grounding you, supporting you, and holding you. With every breath out, let go of anything you're holding on to from today or this week. And just allow yourself to be there, present, supported, and grounded. Taking a deep breath in and gently out. We're going to bring our awareness to our heart space and gently asking yourself, what do I need from today? Knowing there's no right or wrong answer. Just notice what comes up. Is it clarity, confidence, connection, or simply to feel more present? Whatever it is, just acknowledge it. Now let's set a simple intention for yourself. I'm open to learning. I trust my awareness. I allow myself to feel energy or whatever feels right for you. Taking one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow that intention to settle into your body. And when you're ready, gently bring your awareness back into the room, wriggling your fingers, your toes, and slowly opening your eyes. Beautiful. Fantastic. All right. How's everyone feeling? Good? Amazing. Sometimes we just need it. You always just think of how you were before and how you feel now and how much of a difference it's just so much calmer. All right. Who's excited for the symbols? I am. This was my favorite part. All right. Oops. There we go. So, receiving the symbols. We are going to talk about the first symbol. Now, we're going to go over the ones that you've already learnt. So, let's talk about the chakra. So, as we're working with one of the most sacred Reiki symbols, chakra, it's often known as the power symbol. Chakra is traditionally understood to mean place or put the power here. And that's exactly what it does. It helps focus, direct, and amplify Reiki energy. So as I've said before, it's almost like a bit of a clear quartz energy. You can think of chakra almost like turning up a dimmer switch on healing energy and intensifying the flow where it's needed. So this symbol can be used in many, many, many different ways and purposes. It can increase healing energy during a treatment. It can be used for energetic protection. It can be used as to clearing spaces. It can help seal energy at the end of a session. It can open and close little portals or things that you like if you're getting rid of. It can be used to charge objects like crystals, food, or water, or even intentions. The symbol itself isn't often seen as representing energy spiraling towards the center of the body. So what it's doing is it's gathering, it's focusing, and it's strengthening. And as you draw chakra, you are not simply drawing a shape. You're working with a frequency. And that's really important. I'm going to say that again. You're not drawing a shape. You're working with a frequency. So it's a consciousness, like an energetic key. And what's important is this power doesn't sit on its own. It can come with, I find with chakra, yes, you can use it on its own, but you can also really set it with another to really amplify the power within that. The power comes through the symbol with your intention as well. So intent. And Reiki moves through chakra and it can be drawn over the palms. I'm going to give you a couple of examples on how to do that as we go through our case studies. Some people open with chakra. Some people close with chakra. Some people used to seal the healing. So, for instance, if you're saging a house, you do chakra to seal that. Now, you probably might see some variations with the way that chakra is also written. That's because, and even through symbols in general, so there's so many different Honza Zeshonens, there's so many different dokomios, there's so many different variations of these particular symbols. What I need to stress is don't get caught up too much. If you're connected to a particular chakra, then work with that. I'm going to show you what I have attuned you into, but I'm going to give you an example. For dokomio, there are different types of dokomios. Dokomio can be used in Usui Reiki, Shambhala, Karuna. There are different forms of dokomio. So the one that I have been attuned into is the one that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. But it's really important that you respect the symbol that is being given to you, or just Reiki in general. I always encourage students not to rush the symbol work. If you can, sit with it, meditate with it, feel it, practice drawing it, and notice your experiences. Because symbols really do come alive, especially through relationships. They reveal themselves over time, and you'll find that a particular symbol will work for you in a particular situation. So, for instance, when I do my evil eye work, there are particular symbols that I will use, and that's almost like a language. So it's like when I'm using a sentence, I sat on the bed. We put those words together. It's the same as when I'm working with symbols. I use my Shokugeki, I'll use my Honza Shonen, I'll use my Seiheki, I'll use my Tamarasha. So I have my sequences of things that I do. So almost like a sentence, but using my symbols. Shokugeki is often used as a doorway, and into understanding that, we're going to be practicing the drawing the symbol. I'm also going to explore with you how to activate it, and we'll begin how to use it intentionally. So these won't be fully, the Shokugeki, Seiheki, and the Honza Shonen, you're already activated. Now, with Shokugeki, there's quite a few different ways that you can use it. Another really amazing way that you can use Shokugeki is actually putting it over your medication and removing any unwanted like toxins from medication. So, for instance, I used to take antibiotics and my body would reject antibiotics. It didn't matter what I did, how or what or where. It could be the softest. I've tried all types. My body just would not take antibiotics. So now I use my Shokugeki over my medication if I need to take antibiotics, and my tummy doesn't get upset anymore, because what I've done is I have used the Shokugeki to remove the negative energy that was connected to that particular medication. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is when we are working with Reiki 1, you will know, I'm just going to double check because I always, yes. So when we're working with Shokugeki, we always go from left to right and around. Okay. But when we are working with our masters, you can use the Reiki 1 method, but the master method is the opposite way. So one is like a real yin energy, one is a yang energy. Okay. So I'm going to repeat this. So you'll see me quite a bit today using my board. So starting from right to left, down, Shokugeki, Shokugeki, Shokugeki. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about Shokugeki before I move on? I'm going to get you all three to unmute yourselves in this part, unless you have like background that's quite loud, because I'm going to be asking you to also say it out loud so I can hear you saying it. I have in the, I think you can see, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor? Yep, perfect. Yeah. So what I've also done is put Shokurei. Shokurei. So if you are unsure on how to pronounce it, I've just done like how I would say it. You will see in the corner as well, there is a Reiki 1. See how the 1 goes one way and then the master goes the other way. Other ways that you can use Shokurei, if there's an entity, if you're doing a house clearing, you can actually use a Shokurei to bring light to the situation. So I use it as like a laser beam of light that literally penetrates through them so they can't touch me. So I bring light to those situations. So it can be a protective symbol as well. I use Seiheki, but if I need to back it up, that's when I'll use my Shokurei. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It depends on the day. It's whatever I feel attuned to. So if it's this way or this way, it's good to try and keep your hand open when you're doing your symbols, because I tend to Shokurei and then push. I used to do this because I was drawing, but I found the more I became attuned, the more instead of this, I became this was more, it felt like it was pushing the energy out more and I had more control. Does anyone have any questions?
Not yet.
Amanda and Kylie, do we feel good about Shokurei?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I feel good about that one.
Good. All right. Okay, so next we're moving on to, all right, because I use my, there we go, Seiheki. So as we moved into Seiheki, it's known as the mental and emotional symbol. Now, this is a beautiful, deep, transformative symbol. Seiheki is often translated as the union of God and man as well. It can represent bringing together what may feel divided and restoring harmony where imbalances are. On a deeper level, it can help bring the brain and the body back into balance, supporting and releasing emotional and mental concerns. So when you're in Reiki 2, when you're in Reiki 2, a lot of the times we have people with emotional and mental disconnections or imbalances. This is where I would use Seiheki. Okay. These emotional and mental imbalances help Seiheki helps them bring them into balance when the two are out. And remember, one bridges the other. So Seiheki is really important for working with your mental and emotional healing. The physical, I feel like you can use more of the Shokurei and a couple of others that are coming up. But it's really, really good for supporting healing around depression, panic, sadness, anger, nervousness, overwhelm, emotional pain. So grief, if people are coming with those issues, cleansing sort of like a real, if they've got negative entities and energies, using a Seiheki as well to connect your mind and spirit. And you can have it on repeat as well. So just repeatedly sending out a Seiheki. It's really good at dissolving emotional residue as well, and restoring inner calm. It helps with addictions, breaking bad habits, so smoking and things like that. It helps with energetic imprints as well. So breaking those patterns. So I think Kylie and I were talking about that kind of at the beginning before we started class. So this is where Seiheki would be really good for that as well. it's not just working on a surface level, it's really working on a subconscious level as well. So remember, it's like lancing an abscess. So it's getting rid of the garbage, the yuck that's in there. So Heiki, when you are meditating, it is really lovely because it can really connect you to your higher self. And it can really bypass your ego. So if you can really tap into Seiheki is probably the one symbol that I use most on a daily. It allows us to really connect with our wisdom and our awareness as well. But I think the fact when we're working with people, and even like self-healing and treatments for ourselves, bringing that emotional balance, bringing Seiheki in can really help bring it all back into balance. So as you would have known in Reiki 2, it can cleanse our spaces as well. And the frequency is quite different. So I want you to draw or connect with a chakra right now. Does everyone remember how to draw a Seiheki? So this is the way that I do mine. That's not very good. Okay, just in case you've forgotten, there is this way as well that you can do it. Either way is absolutely fine. Okay, it's about really respecting and connecting with that. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to close your eyes and I want you to draw a chakra in the palm of your hands and place it on your heart center. And I want you to see and explore the difference in how you feel on a frequency level of what chakra feels like right now. So drawing your chakra, for those who have forgotten what chakra looks like. Okay, or it can be the other way around. So drawing your chakra, placing it in your hand, placing it in your heart center. Now what I want you to do is I want you to draw a Seiheki on your palm, put it on your heart space, and I want you to feel the difference. Where are you feeling and sensing this energy? Okay. All right, everyone unmute yourselves, please. And I'd like for you to share. So who wants to go first today?
I feel like the Seiheki is literally surrounding me.
Beautiful. Okay. Did you feel like it was a lighter or a softer or a harder or a heavier?
More of a denser, warmer feeling.
Okay. And with the chakra, what did that feel like for you?
It was almost the same but less intense. It didn't feel surrounding. It just felt more pinpoint.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Deb, how'd you go?
Well, I sort of felt like the chakra was more. I felt like there was like a calming feeling, and the Seiheki I felt like a warmth.
Okay. Yep. That's okay. Did you feel it was lighter, heavier? Did you feel one was more dense than the other? Did you feel one was like
I felt like the Seiheki was lighter.
Okay. All right. Kylie, what about you?
The chakra seemed to be heart-centered and calm. And the Seiheki was between 8 years. I'm gathering that is mine.
Amazing. Now, can you see how the reason why I'm getting you guys to share your experiences is everyone's language is different. So what I'm making you aware of right now is the language that this particular symbol is giving you. So what I would do now, I'd love everyone to do this right now, is I want you to draw a Seiheki in your hand or envision a Seiheki coming towards you into your third eye and balancing. So we're setting our intention behind it now, okay? We're setting our intention that it's going to emotionally and mentally balance you. So I want you to feel what that feels like, envisioning this beautiful golden Seiheki coming in, entering your third eye and into your energy systems. Take note of where your body is tingling. What is it feeling? Am I feeling lighter? Am I feeling heavier? Is it feeling warm? Is it feeling cold? Now what I want you to do is I want you to envision a Seiheki that you're pushing out of your body as if you're protecting your energy. Now tell me what that feels like. So Amanda, I started with you. What did you feel the difference was when you were pushing it in to when you were pushing it out?
Sorry, to be honest, I've just been having a bit of a coughing fit with this cold that I've got.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right.
That's all right.
So I need to repeat it, if that's okay.
Yep, no, you repeat it. Kylie, how'd you go?
Coming into the third eye was a sensation of, I don't know if it's light or not, but going down through the body. So actually starting from the third eye and just moving throughout the body.
Perfect.
You can see it. And on the out was, I could see almost like a rainbow, hundreds and thousands.
Beautiful.
Going into my hand.
Okay. Amazing. How'd you go, Deb?
Okay. I just write the first thing that always comes to mind, if that makes sense. So
absolutely.
For me, I sort of, when it was going in, I felt like a tingling sort of sensation down my body, but I felt it express it come out through my feet.
Yep.
But when you said to push it away, I felt like a cold and heaviness.
Okay. Okay. Can you see how the difference is? Us using the same symbol, but our intentions behind it.
Yeah.
All right. This is so vitally important. So vitally important to have this understanding of the symbols that we are using and how they feel at different times. I've been doing this for so long now that I can tell when a certain energy steps in and there's a certain thing that's coming forward that I know, right, do I need to bring it inwards or do I need to bring it outwards? Is it something that I need to deal with on an energetic level? So do I need to put it in my emotional body? Is this something that I need to balance my chakras? So now you're going to start asking the questions. It's not just going to be like, this is how I feel. This is going to be like, right, what am I feeling this way? Right, how do I fix this? Or if this is being presented to me, right, I need to do a Seiheki. How am I going to use a Seiheki? Is it going to be coming inwards? Is it coming outwards? Is it going to be balanced? Is it coming to me in a sign? Am I stepping into this space? So you can start moving through these. This is how I'm going to use it. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, interrupting.
No, go for it, honey.
That we will feel this easier and more understanding as we go on.
Correct.
It will become more
second nature.
Yeah. I couldn't think of a word.
Yeah, no. And that's why throughout the whole period of the last how many weeks, when I've got you to do your exercises, what are you feeling? What are you sensing? Is it heavy? Is it lighter? Is it clearer? Is it blocked? Do you feel like it's denser? Because if someone's aura is dense, you need to be able to understand that and feel that. Because if you can't understand that language, you're going to have a lot harder time when it comes to healing someone.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we can start getting into the habit of recognizing, and I think this is us fine tuning our radar, or remember our radio station. My radio station is so finely, it's like, you know how you're sifting things. So for instance, you could sift, I don't know why they've showed me like making mozzarella cheese. Like you sift the cheese and then you squeeze it out and then you get the juices and then you do it again, or like you're sifting it again. Or even like when you're going for gold, it's like you sift it and then you sift it again and then you sift it again and you sift it again and you get that real fine gold. Well, that's what we're doing. We're sifting through these layers to get to where we need to be. And when we can understand the energy, is this my energy or is this, so I'll give you an example. I had a client who sat next to me and I was just like, holy shitballs. Okay, is this my energy or is this theirs? Okay, yep, it's theirs. Right, what needs to happen right now? I couldn't even sit next to them. I actually had to remove myself, put my guard up and put my protection up because their energy was so off. And then I had to do what I needed to do.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to talk about that when we do the case studies. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, this is a new one. I love this symbol. Love, 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 love. Like, love. In case you haven't worked it out, I love this symbol. So it is called Tamarasha. 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 It is the balance symbol. So this is where we are unblocking and we are balancing people. So Tamarasha is spoken 3 times when we do it. Tamarasha, Tamarasha, Tamarasha. It is known as the symbol of balance and a balancing symbol and unblocking symbol. It's the energy that supports grounding, balancing, and restoring flow where energy feels a bit stagnant or just disrupted. Tamarasha also works to open up our energy centers, allowing our energy to be able to move more freely as well. So where there's like blockages, congestions, heaviness, imbalances, this symbol can bring you back into alignment. Okay. It's often worked really well to help balance the chakras. So I will every single session, I will do my chakra rays, my seihekis, and I will do a Tamarasha without fail to every single chakra system without fail, because it brings it back into balance. And if you want to even super duper duper put it into balance, you can do a Tamarasha and then a chakra ray, because you're bringing light, but extra power to that. So if someone is really blocked in their throat chakra, so for me, I had a really huge sinus infection last week, so I knew I was feeling a bit off, but the whole week I was really off. I gave myself a Tamarasha and a chakra ray on my third eye because I knew that I was going through a bit of an upgrade, so we were just working through that. So Tamarasha, Tamarasha, Tamarasha. Some practitioners like to use this to help bring like your left and right hemispheres into an energetic harmony as well. So bringing the integration, so like your spiritual and your physical side, bringing them into balance. It helps with your intuition as well. So bringing that into balance. It's really good if you're feeling scattered or ungrounded. So Kylie doesn't like to do a lot of grounding exercises. So my friend, this this is where you can do a tumor shower on yourself, get yourself grounded, done. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I often use Tamara Shah as a reset symbol as well. So if things are chaotic, like they feel just out of sorts or out of alignment, this will help bring order. So in the beginning, my computer was being a bit difficult. I knew it was because of the full moon in Scorpio. I was like, hell to the no, ain't happening on my watch today. Tamara Shah over everything, saw that this was just going to go smoothly, and so far so good. We are running beautifully. It can be really good as well for emotional releases, deep healing work, meditations, attunements, helping anchor and stabilize our energy as well. So I like to work with Tamara Shah as a big energetic car wash. So when people come into my space, I stick a big Tamara Shah around my door. So the minute that they're walking into my space, obviously, if they don't want it, it goes to whoever has needed it or wants it. They will then walk through, and it will help balance them as we're walking in. My son, I will do a Tamara Shah on his side of the car, because as soon as he comes home from school, I've had the worst day of my life. He's quite a bit of a negative Nancy and a karmic lesson for me, that boy. But we will constantly do a Tamara Shah on him. Okay, so it's allowing you to step into a field of your balance. So what I want you to do is I want you to start writing the way we do. So if you can write down for me, try and do it at least 5 times to imprint it in your memory muscle. The way that we do it is we do a circle, Tam, Arasha. So I do Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. So Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. Okay. So 1, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. Okay. It's a pretty easy one to remember. It's just a circle with a little man inside. Right. Can I hear everyone say Tam Arashah, please?
Tam Arashah.
Does anyone have any questions about it?
Yes. How do they develop a new symbol?
When you say develop, what do you mean by develop?
Like how you said this is a new symbol?
Oh no, this is a Reiki master symbol. So when I say
new
new
to us,
and new to you guys. So in other words, you would have had Shokurai
and
Seiheki and Honza Shonen. Yep. So this is new to masters. So pardon me.
Okay.
Yes. So yes. So this is your balance symbol. This is a master symbol. Some people teach Reiki masters and give this in Reiki 1.
Oh.
No, it is not the correct way. But everyone will do what they do. They felt like that they needed to give this because they needed to get money for value. Like, so I've actually heard people go, oh, we gave Tamara Shah and Reiki 1, so they had something that they had a symbol that they felt comfortable with. But if you go back to the way that it was taught, no symbols were given until Reiki 2, and then you had the master symbols. Okay.
Well, you sort
Anyone
of have
else?
to earn them, don't you, and understand them.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And if you meditate with each of the symbols, it's amazing the differences that come through, and the energy that comes through with each of them. It's really amazing. Does anyone have any other questions? It's really good as well if you're like environments where there's like lots of crowds, or if you're in like hospitals, like if there's like stressful spaces or challenging situations. I use, like I said, I always have like a tamarasha if I'm having a birthday party. So I know some people would be like, but aren't you performing Reiki on people without their consent? Really good question. Yeah, I am putting a Reiki symbol at the front of my home when people walk through. If their higher self choose not to accept that, I purely, and this is really vitally important, guys, and I've said this to you in Reiki 1 and 2, is it goes to whoever wants it or needs it. So I just say, I'm setting my tamarasha at my door. If anyone walks through it that they don't want the healing, just give it to energetically to anyone else who is needing it at that time. Okay. Yep. If I am going past an accident or an ambulance, I will throw a tamarasha for anyone who is involved, if they choose to take it. And there's a couple of other ones that I do in Seishim that help with heart, more of like a nurturing heart connection, balancing, love. I'll go into that later, but yeah, that's what I would do. But so important, because remember, everything is free will as well. So we need to make sure that if we are sending healing, that we're not sending healing out of ego. We're not going against other people's free will, that we are, I'm sending you healing. If you choose not to take it, then give it to someone who is needing it into the universe. Okay. So yeah, I love using it as my car wash. Who likes that idea? Kylie, I feel like that'll be a good one for you for what you're doing.
Yeah, I think that could be a daily one.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just helps like clear out all the, like, you know, little bits that are connected to them. And it just really does set like harmony in your home. And it just clears like the residue energy. That's probably the best way to explain it. So who feels confident? Who's drawn it 5 times?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yep, perfect. Who feels like they could do that quite easily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, cool. All right, so really making sure that when you're using this, to be quite conscious and build that relationship with the symbol as well. And using it in a way with intention as well. So remembering intent. So if I'm using it for balance, what else could we use it for? So if it's a balance symbol, give me some examples of how we could use tamarasha.
Oh, I'd use it before I even enter the office.
Yeah, perfect. Good. Perfect. So I would use a Saiheki, and then I would use a tamarasha. Yep, perfect. What about you, Deb? What do you think you could use it for?
Well, I'm just sort of sitting there when you said you could use it like at your front door. I have a couple of people that come on a regular basis, just friends, but they're always so negative. Like they just they exude negativity.
Yep.
It's like it's almost like it's their second nature, if that makes
Yep.
sense. I'm just wondering if I tried that, whether that would help, like before
Absolutely.
they arrive on the front.
Yep.
So you would direct it at your front door.
So yep, my door is there. So
Yep.
this is my door. So I would literally envision Shokare at the door. Sorry, pardon me, Tamarasha. Tamarasha. Now you need to say it 3 times.
3 times.
Some people like to say Shokare. Some Heiki. Like there are some practitioners that do like to say it 3 times, and that's completely fine. Do what's right for you. For me, I know if I do 1 chakra, that's enough for me because I feel like energetically, my intentions and the power that comes with it. But with Tamara Shah, it is needed to be said 3 times. It is a symbol you need to say 3 times. Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. Okay. And I just normally go Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. Okay. So it's like 1, 2, 3.
So we're drawing it at the same time as.
Correct. Or you don't need to necessarily draw it.
In the air, I mean.
You can envision Tamara Shah coming to you, but still saying Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't have to say it out loud. You can say it in your head. Because if I'm at my mum's house and everyone's starting to get a little bit rowdy and there's some arguments that are happening, I will then just throw out a Tamara Shah in my head out to my space for those who are needing it. Okay? Because you can't always go Tamara Shah or Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. Like you sometimes need to do it discreetly. Okay. Right, so moving on to, does everyone feel good with?
Yeah.
Yep, coolies. Oh, hold on. The next one we're going to do is Hon Shazar Shoned. Does everyone remember this bad boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does everyone like this bad boy?
Not drawing it.
It's very easy. What I want you to do is I want you to practice. First do, I call it like the Christ consciousness. And then you do his hat. Okay. Then you draw his head. So break it down. Break it down into easy bite-sized pieces. You draw his body. And then he's got his little stilts that he's walking on. So break it down into a story for you to remember. All right. Let's do it again. When I first started drawing this, because of my ADHD, I can't remember things very well. So what I did was I broke it down into a story. So I'm connecting to the higher self. Okay. Then we're connecting to the hat, the head, the body. Oops, I've got my little one down there before. And then his little stilts. All right. Cross, hat, head, body, and stilts. Who feels like they can remember a little bit better with that? At least you're honest.
Yeah, that's my process with remembering things that I find difficult. I put a story to it.
So what I want you to do is what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a couple of minutes now to practice. So I want you to practice this part first. All right. So I want you to write that out for me repeatedly. Well, probably not so you don't get confused, but like go 1. Okay. And then do the next one. Ahead of myself. Right. Now close your eyes and tell me, can you envision that? See it coming towards you? So now what I want you to do, without looking at it, write down what you've just done. Who feels like they've got that part right?
Yeah, I think I've got it. Yep.
Yeah? Who needs a little bit more time moving on from that?
No, I think I'm good. I have more trouble remembering the name of it.
Oh, okay. Yep. Cool. Kylie, have you got the first part?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yep. So then we've got the little box head, Minecraft box head, and then his little body. Okay. So you're just going to draw the person.
Yeah.
So draw that a couple of times. All right, I'll do it a bit bigger for you so you can see. So head, body, arms, legs. Who feels like they've got that part? They can do that confidently.
Yep.
Right. So now what I want you to do, I want you to start from the top. And let's go. See if you can do it. Hat. Head. Body. Who felt like they got that but struggled a bit? Or who felt confident? Who did it straight away?
I think I got it, but I struggled a bit.
That's okay. So all I want you to do now is it's like a 7-7 at the bottom. And you've written it. Okay. Now, hon sha ze sho nen. We're going to repeat it a couple of times. Hon sha ze sho nen. Hon sha ze. Yep, that's it. Hon sha ze shonen. Hon sha ze shonen. Hon sha ze shonen. Hon sha ze shonen. Okay. Who feels better with pronouncing Hon sha ze shonen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just cementing it in the brain now.
Yep. So let's say it 5 times because it takes 5 times for us to repeat something for it to imprint in our muscle memory and for the little micro, forget what they're called.
Muscle
Just
memory.
left me. Yeah. So we're going to say it together. Hon shaze shonen. 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 Okay. And just keep practicing. Hon shaze shonen. And before you know it, you will 100%, you will use this again in every single healing that you do, because it will heal your past, your present, and your future. All right. Hon shaze shonen. So it signifies that you're working with the past, the present, and in the future. So it can represent working in time, and it's also what we work to use our distant. So when we are healing, it's not limited to the physical. You can use your Hansa Shonen to connect on a distant level. It's also a symbol that bridges you as well, from your spiritual to your physical body as well, and obviously your soul level. It really carries a huge, deep significance. It's great to work with a planetary and global healing sphere, like if you're wanting to help people on a worldly level. It's great for accessing past life healing for those who are wanting to do some past life work. When we're using Hon shaze shonen, please note, I'm going to repeat this a couple of times. It can never be used on its own. Hon shaze shonen can never be used on its own. Can I get everyone to understand and tell me, yes, they understand? Hon shaze shonen could never be used on its own.
Okay.
It has to be used with a carrier symbol. For instance, Hon shaze shonen seiheki. Hon shaze shonen tamarasha. Hon shaze shonen Shokare. Yeah, I'm trying to think of this. I've got other symbols that I've got, but yeah. So it has to be used with a qualifying. Okay. It's not, I want to express to you guys, if you are Hon shaze shonen and you see the symbol, okay, do you think that's going to work, or do you think this is going to work? Hon shaze, oh, that's wrong. Hon shaze Hon shaze. If your intention is Hon shaze shonen, I don't remember exactly what it looks like, but my intention of connecting with my past, present, future, envisioning the symbol coming towards you and summoning that symbol, do you feel like you're going to get the healing?
Yes.
Absolutely. I think you would, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the beginning, there were times where I was like, I can't remember the symbol, but I would call Hon shaze shonen and I would close my eyes and envision the symbol coming to me. Okay. And then using it to where I need it to be. All right. So again, being respectful when we're using Hon shaze shonen, because you're working on a karmic level as well, because we're working with past, present, and future. All right. So does anyone have any more questions about Hon shaze shonen?
No.
Hon shaze shonen can be very, very, very powerful, especially with your master symbols. Okay. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is the dokomyo. For some reason, yes, we're going to talk about dokomyo. Yes. So when we are working with dokomyo, I'm going to just give me a sec, guys. No, we'll do. My notes are a bit all over the place today for some reason. We'll do Raku first. Yeah, okay, we'll do Raku first. Raku. This one here, I'm so excited to teach you. Okay. Raku. Say it with me.
Raku.
Raku.
It is a lightning bolt. So this magical, Kylie, you are going to eat this up. It is amazing. It is a symbol that signifies and carries completion, integration, embodiment, but most of all, it disconnects you from people. It disconnects energies. It closes the energy. So Raku, and can disconnect yourself from that client. That's why it's so vitally important when you're dealing with someone, especially in counseling or those type of energies where it can be quite dense, where you would use your Raku. So it's a very powerful energy balancer as well. And it can help be it helps seal attunements when we're doing your attunement process. It's grounding, it's completing, it's separating, it's integrating, and it's really represented as like a lightning bolt. So it's illumination, it's movement, it's enlightenment. Dr. Yusui received this at the mountaintop at the end of his quest. So this was the last one that he got out of that. And there is this beautiful enlightenment that it was a disconnection of when he had finished his journey. So I thought that was quite beautiful. I tend to use a big Raku. So, you know, when I was saying to you, when you're doing your house clearings, that you would do a chakra in the corners, you would do Seiheki at the doors and the windows, but then you would do this huge Raku and just absolutely smash it down and see this lightning bolt entering into the space. And I almost see it like Zeus's bolt entering and just clearing this light. It's traditionally drawn from the crown down to the base of your feet, so up to down, and it helps really anchor the body. So if someone's really ungrounded, if you use a Tamarasha and then a Raku, especially in spiritual work, it's really going to help ground you. Okay, it helps separate the auras as well, or the connection, the cords between student and teacher or mentor. It's great for healthy energetic as well, for getting rid of diseases. So using a Raku and seeing that go as well. It can be used for clearing spaces, bring universal consciousness into spaces as well. And a lot of you'll find Reiki practitioners will use a clap at the end as well. So that's about energetically sealing and clearing. So Raku, and I sort of tend to push away. All right. This is great if you're feeling scattered. Like I said, a Tamarasha and a Raku together are amazing for people who are not grounded. But most importantly, I think it's great as a separating symbol. So if you're in unhealthy situations and you have energetic ties, unhealthy relationships, attachments, difficult habits to break, Raku is going to really help you with this. It's going to help remove that attachment. So I use this with my clearings if I need to get rid of the attachments. I'll then use a chakra ray to really get rid of it. Okay. It's good for creating spaces, for creating clarity, freedom, allowing like healing and health to begin through those processes. It's great at opening, if we're wanting to close a situation, but then start like a new beginning. So using a Raku just to really liberate. So it reminds me of like a new moon energy of just having real clear. I don't know why Spirit have just said to me 111. I've just looked at the time. It's 11:10. So I felt that real clearing. So bringing that positivity into it. All right. So how does everyone feel? Do they feel they've got the Raku down?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I want you to write that 5 more times for me. And I'll get you to say it 5 times to yourself. I'll go with that one. Raku. Raku. Yep. See yourself, like practice it. Raku. 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 What's your favorite so far? Everyone give me your favorites.
I like this one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I like Tamarasha.
Yeah, I knew you would. I was like, yeah. What about you, Amanda?
Oh, sorry, trying to unmute myself. Yeah, I'm Tamara Shah too.
Yeah. They're both amazing. And that's where it's like when people are first starting out, it's just like, guys, like when they're doing Reiki 2s and trying to like rip attachments out, it's like, oh God, no. Like, you know, you've got to, like, Reiki Masters just makes so much more sense. And the symbols that you get, and how many times have I said it? The symbols you get in Masters are so much more powerful and have so much more understanding and integration when you're using a session. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is Do-Ko-Mi-O. Repeat it. Do-Ko-Mi-O. Sorry, I said do. Sorry, Do-Ko-Mi-O.
Dichomio.
Do-Ko-Mi-O. Say it again. Do-Ko-Mi-O.
Dichomio.
Dichomio. Now, this is one of the most powerful symbols in the Reiki group. Okay. This can be used only by Reiki masters. If you are not a Reiki master, it doesn't matter whether you try and use it, it will not work. You have to be Reiki attuned to use Do-Ko-Mi-O. It's helped to heal the soul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How beautiful is that? It's there's very, very different types of Do-Ko-Mi-Os out there. Some are Karuna, some are just trying to think. There's like a Seishem, Shambhala. Like there are different Do-Ko-Mi-Os out there, but it is a master symbol. I do not use this symbol all the time. Okay. This is not something that I do just for the sake of doing. It is when it is needed. Okay. Since it deals with our soul and our spiritual self, it helps with diseases and illnesses. It helps with our aura and our energy fields, and it helps provide enlightenment and peace. It also opens up our intuition and our life purpose. It also helps our connection to divine source. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go through. I'll show you how to draw this one. So this is one where I will say to you, when it comes to Seiheki, I was like, yep, you can use whatever Seiheki you feel connected to. This particular Do-Ko-Mi-O, I want you to 100% use. Okay. So again, it's the divine. Have you noticed the connection between the Honza Shinen and the Do-Ko-Mi-O? Yeah. They both start with a cross. Okay. Then we have, I've got to remember. So I automatically do it. So when I have to do it myself, let me do it a bit smaller. Right. So we start with a cross. Okay. Then we have our little comma, wave, and then it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then we do the N dash dash, N dash dash. You want me to do that again?
Artie, can I just ask a quick question? Are the ends both the same size? Like, is it just written?
Yeah.
Like
it's about our intention. I personally feel I have always done them the same. That's me. Okay. But if you want to do it smaller, by all means, go ahead.
I think that's just my OCD brain going, because it's written there as one larger N and then one smaller N.
Is that better?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. So cross dash. Okay. So that one's pretty easy. So I want you to say it with, whoops, sorry. Anyone who saw that would have laughed. Do, co, mi, o. Say it with me.
Dicomio.
Dicomio.
Right.
Dicomio.
Yep. Write it 3 times for me. Do, co, mi, o. Dicomio. Sorry, not do. Dicomio. Dicomio. Dicomio.
Dicomio. Dicomio. Stop it.
Yeah, I find this one a little bit easier.
Yeah. Oh, it's much easier. Honsa is the hardest one, I think, out of all my symbols. There's another one in Karina called half. I felt like that was a little bit difficult as well. Like that one's, I still have to, no, I can draw it and I can envision it. But it's, that it's more like a kite. So you have to, that's it. And then it's, you have to go that way. Like it's very, it's a lot. Yeah. My grandmasters, they're like, oh my goodness. So I don't know my grandmasters off by heart, and I never will. Because some of them are just so in depth. So for instance, like that's one of mine, and there's 20 of those.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll take these all day, every day. Oh, Billy's come to say hello. Hello. Hi. I'm just going to get my husband. Husband. Sorry, guys. Are you coming to say hello to Kylie? Okay. With your, oh my gosh, look at your face. What is going on with you? Billy? No. I'll get him. Sorry. He wants mummy. Come on. Oh, mummy. I should lock the door. There we go. No, mummy. I'll just lock the door. Mummy. No, sorry, guys.
Really.
He loves his mummy. What can I say? Mama's boy. Right. So, do we feel good with Docomio?
I think so.
Right. When would I use Docomio?
Rarely.
Yes, but when would I use it?
Oh. helping someone to open their intuition.
Intuition, yep.
Disease.
Yep.
Healing the soul. Yeah.
So if someone was coming for an alignment, would you use this as a symbol?
Not necessarily.
I wouldn't think for an alignment.
Okay. Someone's coming with trauma. Would you use this symbol?
Would it depend on the trauma?
True. If it's someone needed healing on a deep level. Yeah. So I'm going to give examples. All right. This is what we're going to do for the next 20 minutes. Okay. I'm going to talk about passing attunements really quickly, and then we're going to go into it. All right. So as you know, I think I'm going to do the passing attunements when I talk about attunements, because I'd rather spend more time now that we've got these symbols in case studies. So I have a 16-year-old child who is a male who is going through some isolation issues. He is very drawn to gaming, and all he wants to do is gaming. Okay. He's becoming argumentative. He is isolating himself from his friend and from himself. And you can see that he's just unhappy. So the parents have said, can you help? This child comes in. We ask him, would you like some help? Yes, I would. So he's given us permission to help. What symbols and how am I going to do this healing from start to finish with the symbols that you have? These are going to be case studies that we're doing now. Okay.
Tamarashah is a balance symbol, so you would have to utilize that.
Okay. So what's the first thing you're going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do before you do anything?
Personally, I'd pull my firearm on him, but that's different. He's a
can I have one of those now?
It's quite handy at times.
Anyway,
would you do one of those Tamarashahs for him?
Right, stop. I want you to go right back. What is one thing that you need to do before you do anything?
Grounding.
Correct. What
protection.
Else?
And
yes.
Yeah.
So we've already gone straight into the person. What do we need to do? Because this is one of the number one issues that I get from my students.
Yeah.
Is they forget to give themselves protection, or they forget to ground themselves before they even start to do someone else.
Yeah.
So we need to look at ourselves first. Right. First thing, protection. Boom. You can put on a coat, a doctor's coat, and that is your protection. You use a Seiheki, step in, step out. Ground yourself. Ask your guides or your angels in to help you with that process. Okay.
Yeah.
Artie, I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone quickly before you get right into this one.
I'm so sorry.
All good. I'll catch the replay. Have a great day, ladies. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, gorgeous.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, then you fill that with a shock array.
You can seal it with a shock array, correct.
But if you're talking about the fact that you want to ground yourself and make sure that you're not taking that in, then your shock array is going to be that one that's going
correct.
Okay.
Spot on. Absolutely correct. So we're doing a session. You got to do a shock array. You know, these people are in a bad place. You've just protected yourself, you've grounded yourself, you've done you. All right. So moving forward, we know that we've done what we've needed to. I just needed to remind everyone with that. Okay. So then we've done that. So then what do we do?
I would say a shock array on him to open.
And perfect.
And then you would use your Honshaze Shonen because you're dealing with past, present, and future.
Yep. So I'm going to my dyslexic brain right now. I'm just going to do H for Honzaze Shonen, so we all know what that is. Okay. So we're going to do a shock array. We're going to do a Honzaze Shonen because we're doing past, present, future. So well done. Excellent. What are we going to do next? What are things that we could do for him? So we've got him on the table. We've done a shock array to open. We've done a Honzaze Shonen. What else could we do? This is where I would use the Dokomio.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Because there's addictive behaviors, there's isolation. So there's a disconnection. If he's showing depression, anxiety, this is isolation. That's a signal to me. Right. We need to heal him on a soul level. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you do then? So I would then scan him and be like, right, where am I being brought to? I would look at his chakras. And I would also look at his energy bodies. Okay. So what chakra do you think that he could be out with?
Oh.
So if he's showing isolation, what does isolation normally signify?
At the root.
Isolation or disconnection, depression, anxiety. Whenever you heal those, that means there's a disconnection to their crown.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we need to look at balancing the crown chakra. Okay. So what would we do around the crown chakra?
Tamara show.
Correct. So that's where I would use a Tamara Shah. Okay. So we're moving down. Where else do you think he would have a blockage?
Throat.
Okay. Why would he have a blockage in his throat?
Because he's not discussing, he's withdrawing.
Yeah. So there's a blockage there as well. Where else do you think he could have a blockage?
Well, definitely in the heart space because he doesn't love himself.
Yeah.
Yep. Where else?
Probably the whole friggin' lot.
What about
Yeah.
his solar plexus? I haven't got a yellow. But what about his solar plexus? Because that's his power. That's his joy. That's his life, like survival. All right.
If he's enjoying gaming and is in that, then that one is being open to where he believes he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what about if he's showing signs of depression and anxiety and the gaming is no longer joyful?
But then that's doesn't it? But you were saying before that he was enjoying that. So that's why I said that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Understood.
Sorry. No, I didn't explain it properly. So if we then looked, okay, so we know, yep, there's a few blockages there. What do you think would be playing out here? Spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional. What do you think is happening here?
It was complete disconnect.
Yeah.
You can never be completely disconnected from all because remember they run at 25%. One can never be empty. So one might be running on 1% and the rest can be pulling from that. Does that make sense? So there'll always be one that will be running more than the others. Did I explain that properly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we looked at his addiction, we looked at his attitude, we looked at all those things, what do you think we're looking at here?
He's stuffed.
So do you think maybe what did you say?
I've got a bullet, it's 30 cents.
Yeah. Do you think he could be over? Sorry?
I think you'd have to start at his base as well.
Okay. So I would look at his 4 bodies. Is his emotional body over or under?
Under.
Yeah.
Is his mental body over or under?
What was that one?
Mental body.
Oh, under.
Would have to be under, wouldn't it?
But if he's on the go, 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 so he's playing and he's correct. All right. So he could be over. So if he's emotionally under and he's over, spiritually he's completely pulling from here and here. It's going to start affecting him on a physical level. So that's where we get like the anger, etc.
Yeah.
So how do we deal with this situation? We'd use a shock array, Ponzazeshinen, Dokomio. What are we using next?
Well, Tamara Shah is going to be used on all of them.
Yep, perfect.
That's the balance. And then you can either seal that with your shock array. You can, I guess, I don't really know how you use the Honsha Zen Shanen.
So you only use that once in a session?
Yeah, but that has to be an overall because that's covering past, present, and future.
Correct. So what we're doing is we're opening up, we're healing on a past, present, future. We're healing on a soul level. We're then coming in, right, I've scanned, I can see that this, and this is out of balance. I can see that this is over, this is under. So what do I need to do? Well, let's deal with these first, okay? So we're going to use a Dokamio, which is going to help on a soul level. We're going to use a Tamara Shah.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you be put onto the bigger screen rather than the Diacomio?
Yep, absolutely.
Just so I can see your board. I can't see it at all. Ah, there we go. There is.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can see it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Good point. So you can see properly. Cool.
Yeah.
So then I would go through Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah, Tamara Shah. If I was to go to his crown and I'm seeing that there's something more, I would even go as far as before I did the Tamara Shah, what symbol could I use?
The Diacomio.
We've done the Dokomio, so we've done shock array, Ponzazeshinen, Dokomio. What would I use? Correct. Yes. Good work. Why are we using Soheiki?
I can't remember what that was. What was the symbol for Soheiki?
Because it's going to help with the emotional and the mental balancing. Yeah. And it's going to also act as a protection. So if there's any attachments or negativities that they've attracted from the gaming, it's going to get rid of that.
When you say Tamarish is the balance symbol, but what is Soheiki is the symbol? What's the wording for that?
Soheiki is a protector, mental and emotional balancer.
That's a protection symbol. And then Ray is the what symbol?
Power symbol. So that's the light opening and closing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would then go Soheiki straight away.
Yeah.
Because we need to bring the mental and the emotional into balance. What that's then going to do is help with this, because this is where our joy, this is our life force center. Okay. I would even go as far as bringing, once this is balanced, our solar plexus, bringing that beautiful golden energy into my crown and my third eye, and seeing that washing through that energy center.
Okay.
Helping clear that blockage so that you're emotionally and mentally balancing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Not throwing a raku in there when he walks out the door.
Yes. Right. So I know I've made a bit of a mess here. Sorry. What we're going to do. So if we're dealing with, I need to get a yellow in future for future classes, I think. Purple's going to be, do that as the content, and that can be, I know it's not purple, just bear with me, okay? Oh, hold on. No, what have I done there? That needs to be blue. Oh no, that is purple. Looks like, does that look purple or blue to you?
I can only see the two bottom ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, can't really see any of them except the bottom two.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, I'll just do them in black. Okay. Let's just do them in black. All right. We're going to do root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and then crown.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you've got your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can actually use the solar plexus energy once that's balanced. So we make sure all of these are balanced. So I'd go in, and that's when I would use Shokare, Hansa Shinen, Dokomio. I'd then go in with a Seiheki. I'd use a Tamara Shark on all the chakra systems until everything was back into balance. I would then go through and I would fill up and make sure that each and every chakra, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual bodies were imbalanced. So if this was at a 1%, this was 0. This was running at 70. This was running at 2. And this was running at, so it's got to make up to 100. My brain is not mathing. 7, 8, 9, 10, so 28. All right. My husband would be very proud of me right now. Can you see we need to bring these into balance?
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that? How could we do that?
Well, balance is always going to be Tamara Shah.
Yep.
And then you have to, I guess, look at the power that's being sent to one place to another.
Okay. So we're going to do Tamarasha. Simplify it. Don't overcomplicate it. The way that I see it, people laugh at me. They think it's funny. Some people use their own methods, and that's completely fine. Has everyone seen the movie Monsters, Inc. before?
I love it.
Yeah.
Right. So you know the scream tanks? I see them when I see the 4 energy centers.
You see
I see the energy tanks. So you know with the scream tanks?
Oh, yeah.
The batteries. I see them when I'm working with energy. And I can tell where they are on an energetic level, whether they're over, whether they're under, whether they're balanced. And what I do is I see them, and I physically in my brain, I will see if one is out, I will fill that up, that energy center up, Tamarasha, Chakra to seal.
Mm-hmm.
I move on to the spiritual body. Tamarasha, Chakra. I move on to the mental body. Same. Physical. Same. And that's it. I don't overcomplicate it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you are stuck on one energy center and you can't move on from it, you need to investigate and move in deeper.
Okay.
So what that tells me is I will go, right, if I'm stuck on the emotional and I've got these guys balanced, that's 25, that's sitting at 25, that's sitting at 25, but I just can't get this mental to get to 25. Something's just blocking me. What do I need to look at? What could I do?
Something's going on from the past.
You can look at past life. Yep. I would ask the question, what do I need to know? And then it will take me to, right, mental is third eye. Right. So there's something in his third eye that I need to look at. Is there a past life artifact that I need to get rid of? Is there more work that needs to be done around his third eye? Do I put cleansing waters through his third eye? Do I add a chakra with extra light and a raku into his third eye? And we do whatever we need to do and what intuitively has been brought to us, so then we can then move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I will not ever close a session unless these are balanced and unless this is at 25% for all. You cannot move on from a session until these are balanced. So we've used chakra, we've filled them up, we've used our Soheiki, we've used our chakra. What do we do now?
What did you start with?
So we've done a chakra, Honsa Shonen, Dokomio, Soheiki, Tamarasha to all of our chakras. We filled up the energy bodies. We used whatever we needed to unblock the third eye because there was a huge blockage in his third eye. Got that into balance. We've now done a chakra. What's next? Everything is balanced.
Would it be that the raku?
So I would always ask, or my guides now tell me, energy balance or energy balance is complete. That's what I normally hear. Energy balance is complete. Okay, cool. I'm done. While I'm doing that, I've just used Reiki in this. What else could I have done? What other tools could I have used with this?
Crystals.
Correct. Spot on. What else could we have used?
Right. Yeah.
Energy sprays, cleansing sprays, crystals, grounding sheets.
Yeah.
We don't have to. Singing bowls.
Yeah.
Tuning forks. Pendulums. There are so many different ways. I have so many different tools. The one thing that anyone who's had a healing with me knows, they come in, what is the thing that I put in your hands?
Crystals.
Yeah.
I will put a selenite in your hands. I have a grounding sheet now for people who come, and I've also got my crystal light bed for those who come, just because I can, because I'm extra. You don't need those things to do your healing, but I have even the glasses, the kinesiology glasses, the colored glasses, the smells. You don't need necessarily smells. I have cards of all different scents, and that's if we need something from. So if I said jasmine, what does jasmine remind you of? If we're going through a healing and something comes up, oh, that reminds me of my grandmother. Was that a good or a bad experience? Really good. Beautiful. So we bring that in. Okay. Is there a particular crystal that they're needing to help ground them a little bit more? So don't just bring it just to Reiki. There are so many things. Nice music. Music and frequency is so important. If I'm doing a healing session and we're doing a ascension and I've got negative frequency, like, because there's different types of frequencies of meditations, and I've got to release trauma, do you think that's fitting what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm teaching and I'm doing an attunement and we've got a negative cleanse happening in the background, is that going to be okay?
Yeah.
No. If I'm doing a crystal life sale and I've got a low vibrational cleanse, is that going to work?
No.
No. Okay. So it's really important that you understand and use everything that you've learned, your essential oils, your crystals, use the frequencies that you intuitively are being sort of moved to use. Okay. All right. So what do we do after we do the raku?
Well, you've done everything. You've closed everything.
Trick question. Yes, that is correct.
Hang on.
Okay.
Right. Do you guys want to do one more?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Give me a person. Give me a situation. Or do you want me to do one?
I'm thinking about that gentleman I dealt with.
Okay, let's do him. Right, so case study. He is a 40-year-old male. He's just received news that his brother has been in a car accident. He is
excuse me.
You can visually see that he is ungrounded. He can't drive. He's in a state of shock. What do we do in that circumstance?
Ground and protect us first.
Good. Yes. Tick, tick.
Everything's out of whack for him.
Yep. So what do we do now?
I'd probably do a say hey key on him as protection.
Yep. So we've done a say hey key. Yep. What else could we do?
Tamara Shah, because you want some balance in there. But you've
Okay.
got to find the balance first.
Would you use a Dokomio?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Would.
Yeah. Okay. So I probably would do the Dokomio, so Heiki, and then Tamarasha straight away. I would even go as far as throwing a lightning bolt to help ground him.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't have to be overly complicated. And what I would even do is I would set the Tamarasha to be on repeat until needed.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that. You can tune it so that Tamarasha is programmed to be utilized for him for as long as he's needed. And then once I'm finished with him, that's when I would do my Tamarasha. It's not a very good Tamarasha.
Well, that's a Raku.
Raku, sorry.
So that's the lightning bolt.
Look at you guys go. Yes. Raku, pardon me. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do another one. Mother, let's talk about my friend. My mother, my friend, her daughter 15 years ago was passed in a terrible accident, fell asleep at the wheel. Her cousin fell asleep at the wheel. The cousin survived. She passed away. 15 years to the day, an incident happens where, ironically, a cousin has the incident around our area where the 22-year-old driver was driving and the 29-year-old unfortunately perished.
Oh,
so I want to look at, actually, no, we won't look at my friend. Let's use that as an example because that's actually a really good one. There were lots of people involved, weren't there? There was a lot of trauma in people trying to get him out of the car.
Yeah, you mean like the people surrounding, that trying to help. Yeah.
Right? So let's not, we're not going to do the gentleman that was in the car. Yeah. Let's look at all the souls around who were trying to anxiously deal with the fire, the car that was on fire and dealing with the situation at hand.
Yeah.
Because there was lots of trauma that particular moment.
Yeah.
So we've protected ourselves. What would we then do? What symbol would we use?
Say Heiki followed with a shock array.
A shock array, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not going to go anywhere though.
What do you mean?
It's not going to go anywhere. If we're using a distant, what do we need to use?
Distance.
Past, present, future. We have to use a Honsa. That's our connection to them. Okay. So Honsa.
Well, and then you can do.
Yep. So what did you say after that?
That was say Heiki followed by shock array.
Shock array, yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. What else could we do? Don't worry about, I want you to think now. My sister rang me and said, oh my God, Artie, I was meant to be at that space. Exactly at that time that it happened, I was meant to be driving. But something in me told me to turn because she literally lives across the road from that Bunnings. And she was meant to go to Bunnings. And she would have literally been at that point. But something in her said, let's go home and let's feed the baby first. And she rang me. Sorry?
The Dicomio.
So then we're using Dicomio. Right. We're hearing on a soul level. Yeah. What else could we do? So no symbols. What else could we do to those souls? Not using symbols, using our
intention.
Oh, intentions. Okay.
And what intention are we sending them?
Would you try and send like a calming type thing?
Yeah. What else?
Calming, like grounding.
What else? Don't overthink it.
I would sit there and say it needs to be a dome and contained, but that's me making sense of something.
What's that?
Because the last thing you want it to do is to keep spreading, and it's going to keep spreading unless you can contain it.
Okay.
The difficult thing with that is that's why we have the ripple effect, because everyone's sharing it. And because they're living a trauma now.
100%. But what do these people want in their lives from this?
Well, preferably they'd want none of it except the knowledge that the guy's okay, which unfortunately he wasn't.
He's not. So you're overthinking it. What do we need to send them for them to be at
peace?
Yes. For those who are going through the trauma of having to relive that, seeing that person trapped, having that trauma of I couldn't get him out and there was fire, and their nervous systems are through the roof.
Yeah.
So what do they need? We need to install sending them peace, calm, and grounding energy, because their souls need to be at peace. So it doesn't need to be overly complicated.
Yeah.
And then what could we do after we've sent that beautiful, like, how could we send them calm, grounding, and peace? How could we do that?
Holding space.
Yep. Holding space. What else? Again, don't overcomplicate it. How would you send them peace? Affirmation.
Okay.
I'm sending you peace, love,
without
grounding.
having to even have a conversation with them. Yes.
Yeah. Because you're not sending it to one person. I'm sending out universal healing to those who are needing it right now. I am sending love, peace, calming, and grounding to those souls who are truly needing their nervous system into alignment right now from the trauma that they saw yesterday. Sending them unconditional love, peace, and grounding. And you'll see me sort of when I do it, I without realizing, I kind of like tilt my head sometimes and I see it happening. So I envision it, seeing the love, seeing the peace, seeing the grounding, seeing what needed to go to those souls, like energetic cords of like fairy dust per se, that is being sent to those who are needed, for those who are needing that healing.
Yeah.
But are you also then feeling, I don't even know how to describe this. Are you also feeling when the devil attaches? And I know this is just a weird way of saying it, so this is just my language.
Yep.
Because trauma is going to create something in every single person. So, but I also believe that trauma creates the devil in some people where he doesn't want them to heal.
Okay. So this is where, and we're going to call them D's for me. All right.
Yeah, that's what I said, because that's just my language. So I knew.
Yeah, I get it. Yep. So for me, I call them nasties or D's. That way I don't bring them in. All right. Because even just saying their name sometimes can bring them in. So for me, that's me personally. So what I would say is, unfortunately, there's karmic contracts for all of those people. And yes, you're absolutely right. This is where, in the beginning of our conversation, what did we say? There's traumas that can happen.
Yeah.
And some people are going to work through those traumas and some people aren't.
Correct.
And
people are going to go on to do bad behavior.
Correct. And they're going to use those as there's a victim or there's a victor.
Yeah.
Okay. Domestic violence. I could have been a victim and stayed in a victim mindset, but I chose to take my trauma, learn from it, and help other people.
Yes.
And I'm doing what I'm doing today. So I think it definitely has a lot to do. I don't necessarily feel like it's them per se, but I do feel like it's a little bit more of like a karmic thing of whether they're going to sit in that energy or whether they're going to heal from it and learn from it.
Mm.
Okay.
So I think it's those situations that actually bring out I'm not going to say victim because most people come past that. I think it actually goes when the negative takes over and gives them excuses.
Absolutely. Why? Let's look at why. Why do they go into that? Why do people who go through trauma, okay, so we're just going to get rid of this for a sec. Somebody has had some major trauma in their heart space. Major trauma, abandonment. What happens then?
Well, they close off.
Yeah.
Cold.
So then what happens then? Their worthiness.
They get angry.
Survival. Yeah. So all this starts. Then this gets overactive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is where people react. People act without thinking. People get addictions because they're overactive.
Yeah.
Or they sit in a space where their heart center is so blocked that their vibration is less than a 200 in frequency. So what happens?
Where I think the karmic thing comes in too.
100%.
I know that I can't remember what the saying is, but it's basically you're either with God or the devil, but the devil allows you to become comfortable in the space that you're holding, so therefore you won't face God.
Okay.
Oh, that's
and I found it very, very interesting because it's almost like saying, well, you don't want to face truth. So truth is trauma. Truth is all these things that have hurt you. That's truth. No, I'd rather live in the shadow of it and dwell on it all the time, because if I face the truth being God, then I have to face the light.
Okay, so what's your definition of God?
Well, I think God is us. And God to me is us. Everyone says, oh, God, give me strength, give me courage, give me whatever I need. But that is us. We are God.
Okay. So what is the devil?
It's us too.
Well, I was going to say that'd be us as well.
It's us too. But it's not.
It's not.
Vibration, high vibration.
Okay. So we're going into a completely different
I know. Sorry.
Like rabbit's hole. And I'm only going to very briefly talk about this because I just want to give you a little bit of clarity. All right. So we have higher vibrations and lower vibrations. So I'm not going to use the word God and I'm not going to use the word D. Okay. Yeah. Because to me, I see them as frequencies. I see a higher frequency.
Yeah.
I see my guides and like the divine source. So source, spirit, God is the collective higher self energy, all collectively.
It's
like
the
a higher plane.
Correct. All right. So the lower vibrations, there are entities of their own.
Yes.
Because they are in a lower vibration. So I call them nasties. So I don't actually give them labels or names. That's just me personally, because I don't want to connect with that lower vibration, because I don't sit in that frequency. But
see, I don't believe in God or the devil as such.
Yeah.
I believe that there is something higher than our possibility.
Okay, so let me finish.
Yep.
Within us, we are yin and we are yang.
Absolutely.
And you will hear people talk about the shadow side of us.
Yeah.
The shadow side of us are the things that we need to work on. So no one, and I mean no one on this earth, is just of positive enlightenment.
Correct.
No one. Everyone is made up of positive and negative, shadow sides and their higher selves. So it's working in balance, the yin and the yang, and working into balance with those sections. So I would, you do you, but I would encourage using the terminology of higher source and lower vibration or nasties, because we don't want to connect. I, unfortunately, through my years of learning and through the gift of being able to do removals, have seen quite a few yuckies, but they've also affected me.
But
and I don't want to see that.
We were asked when we're saying, I only use that analogy because I saw it on something and I went, oh, it's an interesting way of looking at it. And you can put it however you want. You can say negatives and positives. But I think it comes down to the same thing. When you become comfortable in the shadow, you don't want to see it.
Absolutely. And if I didn't heal from my shadow side, I wouldn't be where I was today.
Correct.
There was a moment, and this is a trigger warning for everyone, when I was going through my domestic violence, when I went through the separation and lost who I was as a person, where I just wanted to give up. I didn't want to be here anymore. And I remember sitting on my little lounge, bawling my eyes out, knowing that all I needed to do was have a bit of sugar and go into a hypo and I would fall asleep.
Yep.
And it would be as if I just passed from natural causes. But I knew, and I said to Spirit then, send me a sign, because I don't want to do this anymore. I have no more fight in me. I have no more fight in me. I can't do this. And I remember opening my eyes up from sobbing, like sobbing, that there were 7 white doves on my fence. And doves are a representation for me of my past loved ones, because when my grandmother passed away, there was a 1 white dove. When my auntie, my grandmother, and my grandfather passed away, the day of my grandmother's, of her funeral, I had 7 white doves on my bench, on my porch. I've got a photo of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're all here. That's them saying, we're here. You're not alone doing this. So that moment, those doves actually saved my life.
Yep.
So in that moment, because that was the universe and my guides. And because this is when I was really, really coming out of, this is where I'm meant to be. I was so stripped and in that trauma bond that I didn't know how to get out.
Yeah.
And that's why I say to people, you will go through trauma, and I will continue in this lifetime to learn and to have moments of not so much trauma, but life lessons, karmic lessons.
Agree with that.
The important thing that we need to do is not camp in those sessions. It's to heal, learn, sit in that moment. There's days where I have had, even as a Reiki grandmaster, I have, spirit, what the fuck? And I've had words.
But I think
Why
what
is
we're
this
going
happening?
to, I think what we started with though was we're talking about a collective of people. And remember,
Yes.
I'm going to be able to get all of them because we are growing lessons constantly, and I think it was Amanda right at the start, wasn't it? She said it's how we react to something is where we truly are.
100%.
Yeah.
And so when you look at that collective of people, now let's just say there's 20 people. We might be able to actually connect with, say, 16, and 4 we're going to struggle with. And we have to learn that that's okay too, that you're not going to connect with all.
It's not our fight.
No.
And I used to, like, so there was a particular healer who's out there, and I felt it was my responsibility to fix her. It was my responsibility to make sure she was okay. And I remember calling my master one day and going, this is happening, and oh my gosh, like, and I was taking on her shit. And I remember saying to him, it really fucks me off when this happens. Like, why is this happening? X, Y, Z. And I remember him saying to me, why do you feel like you need to fix her?
Mm-hmm.
And I went, because that's my job. No, it's not. Did she come to you for help? No. So why do you need to fix her? And that's when I realized, when I did my other courses and we started to study the psychology of it all, that there are people out there who are the prosecutors, they are the rescuers, and they're the victims.
Yes.
And I was in a rescuer because that made me feel good when I could rescue people.
Yes.
And the minute that I realized, what the hell am I doing? I'm taking on other people's shit. What am I doing? Like, I don't need to fix you to feel whole. I need to fix myself.
It does take a lot to learn that too.
100%. 100%. But no one showed me that. No one taught me that.
Yeah.
It was something I had to learn for myself.
Right.
And that's when I have students that come forward. I can already tell you if you are a prosecutor, I can tell if you are in a rescuer, and I can tell if you're in a victim mindset.
Mm-hmm.
My job isn't to fix you. My job is to show you the tools so that you can do it for yourself.
Yes.
You can realize for yourself. Because it's very easy for me to go, this is what you need to do, X, Y, Z. I can fix you. But what am I doing? I'm not doing an injustice to you, and I'm not doing an injustice to me. Like, no, I'm injustice. I'm creating a codependency relationship, which is what my first master did. And it wasn't until I was so deep in that I recognized that it was so unhealthy. And I swore that's what has made me the teacher that I am today, is because I recognize I want to not have that codependency of she's the only person that can fix me.
Mm-hmm.
I can fix myself, because my master now has really taught me to empower me to know that I am worthy and I am good enough to do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are people out there that want healing, they will come to me, or I will send the healing to them. If they choose not to take that healing, send it off to someone else.
Correct.
Okay. So let's go back just for a second, but I felt like that was needed, that little sort of conversation. But if we're sending out, what I would do is I would do a Honza session, and I would do a Daikomyo, a Seiheki, a Tamarasha. I would then do my affirmations, sending love, light, peace, calm. I would do a gratitude affirmation. I'm grateful for having such beautiful community, love. respect, and just unconditional love. And I would actually push out, I see like a heart of unconditional love and peace going to every single person that it's needed to. Now, I don't see these people in my mind's eye. What I do is I just push it out there to whoever is needing it for as long as they're needing it. And then I do my raku and disconnect.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The disconnect, I think, is one of the most important things.
100%. 100%. And it's probably, I'm going to say 65% of students don't do it because they just forget. They get caught up in the moment, move on to the next thing, and then they forget. And then they wonder why that night that they feel like shit, or they wake up in the middle of the night and they're throwing up, or their body's reacting in a certain way. Right. Does anyone have any questions for me?
No? Oh, good.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're understanding it a little bit more now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Slowly getting my head around it.
Yeah. And that's why we had to. Can you imagine doing this in 2 days? It's a lot of information. Yeah. All right, my loves.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for persevering. I said it was going to be finished at 11:30 and we're here at a little bit longer, but that's okay. Billy is banging at the door. I feel like, this is a really important sort of time that we needed to really concentrate and deal with the understanding of how to put things into play. So, yeah. All right. Well, lovely. I will see you guys next week for our business. If anyone's got any questions, please text them to me.
Hang on. What's next?
So next week we have our bonus, which is our business. So anyone who's wanting to do this as a business, any business questions. Okay. And then the week after that, we have the attunement and then we're done.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
All right.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
Fantastic. Take care, my friends.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.